credit, not the argue price. Now strong number that would take welcome winner for debate this afternoon. Now Pidgin debate winner Sabi as tradition. 1 week it don't start from Monday go reach Saturday. We dey take country people the way they Sabi well how the fit chakara which it happen inside the week for say make we get how country it go country people. We don't come again for rendezvous. We not come good for this Saturday afternoon like we not Sabi well. I could start now with the people the way they don't join with today for say make we chakara to I start from a man picking hand as how we not already they see for we not screen in name and Blasios long lab Blasios where he don't join with they call him man of God prophet long lab Blasios come good.
Thank you, Armstrong. Thanks, special thanks for Equinoxe to Reals where they don't call me today. Say more can share, more can get idea, and more can see how we join hand with government for the country for say more put smile and development for our country. Thank you and special thanks for the Equinoxe administrators.
Long time we will never get you. You will be the worker for your back. Work it is also hold you. With the glasses we don't get you today. We will come back as for corner ye too. Not be only ye day for my woman hand. We day for studio. I get title holder. I get time for me. Ibrahim we don't join. We wanna sabi where and we don't bring you for year. Service chapter for school too. It go day and people the way they give sense for people they ahead. It go correct say me day for studio. Tori we supposed to do as papa and mommy as our picking that they prepare for enter for school. But if we never prepare, what we will get for do that for me. We thank you plenty. Come good.
Yes, welcome. Good evening. Welcome, televiewers. Today, another day. I'll be happy, Mr. For me too, for welcoming me, for inviting me. And I send special greetings, especially for people, for my colleagues. The way they nominated them yesterday.
Okay.
Especially to Mr. Niva, where they don't give you like head teacher for Petit Jos. And Madam Kima, where they don't give you to like head mistress for government nursery school for Mabana. And many others. So the list for head teachers will come out yesterday just for confirming where the talk say school will be ahead with the wait list for teachers where they go transfer them or where they go nominate them to. Thank you and welcome.
That for me, I will start with you just like you don't talk so before we enter inside Tori. That means say school is remain a 1 week for start, but transfer is still get for come out. You not be late so you know go find say may come out early so that man know where it's get for go and how for go prepare them well.
Really not true, my brother. It be late. It be really late because but the national transfer will come out when they still wait the regional transfer. It be really late because if they displace teacher now, if you worry you, especially we were the nominate we of recent way, we still wait teachers for prepare well for the school year up to now and over even they still wait that transfer for see how we could prepare the next day. So really, Mr. Journalist, it be late, but what we go do now we country that.
Now we go start one time to go with start for Boko Haram first. Sabi say beside all man they check now how Peking could take inter for school, but people then for start for fun or they talk say what the problem see there for that side. Chapter Boko Haram country people are saying when they see them so it don't be inside the wiki gate we attack it happen for Mayo Sava and even for Kolofata market Boko Haram people they can't enter for day and them Chakara Kaku for day drive country people the way they be they sell for market enter for side for Mayo Chanaga country people as a way security people them they be get information they went to fight with the Boko Haram plenty of them run but just so country people inside this week as how they finish so we don't get some non-governmental organization will come up for talks with this attack where Boko Haram be do on the 28th day for month for April for this year we dey inside some localities then for Mayo Sava it don't drive like 9,500 people them way they so now they not get house for stay they not get even place for chop for sick say with the attack it be too worry and all this one people there for book for fun or they talk with this kind of situation so it go worry say me school it go for that side. Now I will start with you man of God as I will call you. Inside Chafanot, Boko Haram issue, it is so go. But sometimes them they say, oh, we follow news or comment. They say the Boko Haram issue is not over be important. You said you feel am so.
The film so say it not be important. None say it not be important, but it be important. But the way the people, the government don't make them for we it shows say instead the Boko Haram issue not be important, and it they like say the people that were far north they not be important because they like all focus now then for the crisis where they go on for the two English speaking regions where it not be good for sure the other Cameroonian because when we the all focus ourselves now for the other side and abandon the other side now with the other criminals they will take advantage the enter do which way Boko Haram they do. The question where I ever ask myself all the time when at the year of Boko Haram following which way they happen for far north region with the issue of the Boko Haram and say if our government they be good enough for dialogue with the people the way they be kidnapped. I think the wife of Speaker of the House Assembly some few years back and they release it. Why they not still use that very thing, that people the way they be use that ideology, that good idea for Shidon because we ever talk say knowledge it be power, knowledge pass gun, knowledge pass cutlass. So it shows say everything feel only happen well now when we should also will dialogue together. So it shows us on team day either inside the Boko Haram where they want say me they should also they talk this thing out. The same way we our brothers and sisters them for the other parts for Cameroon, Northwest and Southwest where they still talk say if fine to say mu Shidon will talk this thing. So I just pray every day for say me our government sometime me they not they try for use power for all things, but me they try for say mu use knowledge way we don't go school. Now back to school this and so many of our people they not go school because of the insecurity way there for the far north, insecurity way there for the Northwest and Southwest. And if they not go school, what side the knowledge go come where they go use in future. If we talk about the Boko Haram, now almost more than 10 years we talk about Boko Haram today. When we talk about Anglophone crisis, now all going to already 7 years. So if that number of years and now they be used now not inside weapon, but they use the knowledge will be go school they teach we should also for a table where all will talk. Boko Haram they believe say they get people the way they communicate even with government. I believe say they get their own spokesman even if we don't know, but I believe say some government securities them where they already go far inside security. They communicate with some of the things. They know how to get them. They know how to put them together. They know how to communicate with them. Yeah. So they feel easily communicate with them. They see how they feel bring this thing peacefully. And more not only focus for the other side of the country, but me the government they focus. Me they see and say they protect all the territorial
yes the whole country.
The whole country.
I will come back for you. You don't respond the way I don't note and plenty. Now make a turn for me. This issue for Boko Haram, time when Boko Haram is start from side for Nigeria 2009, they be Boko Haram for Nigeria. But we don't can enter for Cameroon. Suite for 2014, we hear say government for Cameroon, you don't deploy soldiers and for that side, and sometimes they will be where we will see mobilization people that they come up for begin contribute for fight for Boko Haram. But when people then for far north with the way Boko Haram is also worried them for they open their mouth for talk say it like say they know they consider them they forget them. You check say that I talk again it makes sense now true talk.
Yes, this issue of Boko Haram it repeat itself or it come over and over, and if we feel remember the Speaker for National Assembly one time talk say Boko Haram day for National Assembly. Let me say he know what is the Boko Haram mean. And if we go into the administration, how my brother don't talk, I think North and Far North, they get a lot of ministers. Where we hope say, now through this minister, if they dialogue, how my brother don't talk, because at one time, some of this thing, they come up because of misery, because of unemployment. Okay, this issue of Boko Haram, Cameroon and Nigeria maybe, and Chad, they call it Boko Haram, but when you go through Niger, the jihadists, not the same people. So if this, at one time, I think Chad be enter for the fight. They talk say no, you don't go against territorial boundary laws, you don't enter Nigeria and so on. So maybe we they try for caress them or we they pet them and so on. So for me, this issue of Boko Haram, they never yet address and fine. So with the other problems. And
like your brother talk so now the same thing where you accept and say maybe if they try for do dialogue with the Boko Haram or try for negotiate, discuss with them.
They know Boko Haram their problem because they talk say Boko Haram it means say Western education it be bad. Say their problem now Western education. But when they come attack market is that one a school? when they come attack localities. And this issue of Kolifata, Ibila, and their stronghold, they attack, I think, Kolifata almost all the time. So I think in any problem, they try to understand the real cause. May they really do a good diagnosis of things where it be wrong, because it be like they know one. So man, we talk say Cameroon government be like carpenter. When you call it say get problem, it don't take a hammer and nail the camp. They get their own particular solution where when problem they want solve. And secondly, I want to talk for this issue of insecurity, because when Anglophone they insist on insecurity for Northwest. The state they talk say not be only Northwest and Southwest get insecurity. Say insecurity. Now if you ask yourself, is that another way for the make sure say me will not only look insecurity as being a Northwest and Southwest issue. They want say me they touch that side so that they will continue to generalize so that the problem it will be like a general problem. May not be a particular problem. So we get for a question that one to seriously for see whether this Boko Haram now true a true uprising or be more of political uprising.
That one a strong one that for me, and I get back for you again. It don't raise some points where na deep reasoning as we talk but now inside this arrangement we will talk about negotiate or discuss or she don't dialogue on a word for me. I'm saying with may you and person she don't may you understand what to be problem how you feel try for address a problem. Now other one in that, but now you they see the far north region with the people that wait for me talk where they dey in government. You see say the two stand the better position for even being at the one that will talk for Boko Haram. When we understand say Boko Haram they so it cut across Cameroon to other countries then.
Yes, you know, when we look critically very well about the issue of Boko Haram for Nigeria be different from Boko Haram for Cameroon. Boko Haram for Cameroon it became as a provocation where we been following some word of some of our senior officials where they be make some kind of noise during some period where from there we start hear of Boko Haram. And even for Chad, where my brother for the other side he talk, Chad too be get their own Boko Haram through the other process where they want intervene to for say me they support their other neighboring country. Then they start create their own Boko Haram. Boko Haram na a name, a group of people. We still say Boko Haram is there even for Northwest and Southwest. Boko Haram are just a name. And these people, they show say, now a group of people, they just be out for destroy. And they get a grievances, they get problem where they want say me be soft. Maybe they be already tabled their problem. Now, the people of the far north and the north region, they like, where my brother talk for they get a lot of senior officials, government officials, where they think she don't talk. And I do believe, say, for me, say, this very senior government official, the way they feel she don't talk, we try for think of them now. Now the same people, the way they she don't talk for the case of Speaker of the House of Assembly some time ago, where whether they became a woman, where she don't arrange some arrangement the day so they release the person where they be negotiate. And where it shows the people
one time Vice President
Amadou Ali, sorry for that. Yes. So it shows that the same people, the way they be negotiate this thing, they still they alive and they still they inside government. Why would not you use these people as a tool for say who go negotiate this thing? Because they are still alive. Not everybody don't die. Not all they don't die. Now, so the highest thing.
Just for the same line house or negotiate. Now we not be on the race about the environment where if you don't favor the activity for the Boko Haram or the make people they vex. Socio-economic and cultural environment. It's a fan of region as where you see them. Again, a place where suffer fit they plenty where could push people they made a take up of weapons and so.
Yes, you know, Cameroon get a system of government. I think also Africa in general, where is some big mandate for those. No matter the fact say we the talk say plenty big people that come out for Northwest, for North and far North. I do believe say the day for day, even the day as government, people representative for the government, they fight now for their belly. But if you look the agriculture, you look the soil for far north they get good this thing, they get good fertile soil where they still do things, so many agricultural activities where the north is suffer. where if they concentrate their focus on their agricultural activities, far not go fit suffer, far not get a lot of resources, a lot where they not fit suffer. So if this thing they happen for the for this period where they happen now, so now we do believe say that because of the action, the way Boko Haram, the criminals, they push the people there from the normal place where they where they will fit walk their life for that area. They push them for a place where they're gonna go be congested, where they be so tight for the place or the small area where they
on the smaller resources where they
with the
scramble.
Yeah, they start scramble
on top of the small one where they.
it.
Now, time for me, you don't analyze for talk say the way these people that they operate will not even be able for actually really understand which way they want, because from the name where they talk about say they know one school for the expecting assembly they attack not only school, but they don't go out of school, they attack market, sometimes attack individuals only for take their properties them, where they give sense to another or they give meaning to another argument say they feel being people where they just want thing for chop or they just want for take thing there for the other people them. But now my question is, I say with a region like that one, if people they want say they want some power, because for get economic strength, no different person must get for you, but if we want political representation, we want power. Region like Far North, so it could feed the fight to take it an armed uprising for speaker say the one power where we know say the speaker for National Assembly now for Far North, minister for public health now for Far North, minister for youth and civic education now for Far North, plenty minister that have in name and go. So all these big people there enough to correct them.
Yes, the problem being I say the people that did from Far North, but how far did they try for satisfy the population? We be here at one time. Someone they analyze for one newspaper say the whole family of Kavayege Jibri they be well placed. SDO, DO, this magistrate and so on, all for administration. Now I've talked about one of the causes for that war, because most they see how they discriminate man, they can't take knife until he begin, your sister he begin, and so on. So first of all, how we don't start analyze. Far North are the largest populated region for Cameroon, and are the highest on the scholarized region too. So with the expectancy, say people they be jobless, and so when they be jobless, they'll find opportunity like this. And how will my brother don't talk about agriculture? You got expect say for this 21st century, they would do agriculture how way we they will do them for the 18th, 17th century? I don't think so. How far the government they assist them, say may this agriculture be profitable and may not be strenuous. May be labor may not be labor intensive. May they use machines. May they use modern methods.
Kind of.
Well, so how far you expect say me man go for farm go work with hoe again? How we work yesterday? I'm not sure. So
especially
if we use opportunity,
natural manure,
okay, when they talk about rice, we hear say rice farms the day for North
for Semri
and so on. Who side the day? In the days of Israel, they produce with rice. So who side the day? So how much will they try for move these people their heart from being idle so that they will be occupied by the devil?
Thank you, plenty. We will go for front. We will continue again now. So enough far away from insecurity, but this one where we don't move from a region where it face thing where they call them say an armed situation insecurity, because people don't take up weapons. But we see get other regions they see get challenges with building to people that own security. Now for Yaoundé this papa when they see him for week we take gun shoot a woman kill them country people as Saudi speaking the talk is a grandpa and a grandma maybe there for Rome. Did they talk? Did they hear with loud voice? After they hear loud sound, the one come for this. Simon picking the way they be there for the same room. The girl picking that they run for commode. Before the one approach, they see grandma media for floor. The blood the commode. Then pa he see load a gun again. Say any person shake equal shoot and country people. But said so they be fear. Now gendarme become at the end of the day where pa run go hide for back. Then they arrest the power they currently from Bankomo Gendarmerie units for side for Yaoundé country people. This one it happened now when Sawe for Douala they come out for just the woman where they so he be just take up a bike from one part of the city he go reach for a house country people. That means we take this one now another form of insecurity where they affect now other region there for Cameroon where we never know say that they face see like war or generally. Now Cameroonian they ask questions say really what did the happen now say the security system get a problem or problem then with the mindset of Cameroonian them, where would they have this kind of insecurity, especially the one where they infiltrate cities them and towns them for region the way we know them say they not get problem with war.
Yes, many factors that contribute to this insecurity we get them. And the first factor now this misery. Yes, and we don't see say youths they don't indulge into drugs and alcohol. And when you see power like this one, take a gun, shoot the woman there. Now some mind picking when you take her. If you see say life not a go give you for a mommy, marry another woman. So I don't see. I think the man of God gets something for talk as far as that one concerned, because we talk say the devil, he don't grasp, he don't hold the world now captive, because this one are the work of the devil, and this and which they push me for going to this. I don't talk about alcoholism and drugs this thing. So and you see more of this thing will be the taxing not only for this crisis region. It affect for the how you talk and Yaoundé and many others. So. You don't question about whether the security will come and get a problem. Yes, the security get it on shortcomings too, because I know things say all this camera where they don't put up all over in order to solve the problem, make security do their work, because when man we don't if we be honest we say we don't see say when people they enter these forces in no binner because of the real work where these forces demand them. They enter this force now for work money.
Only for overhead, yes, something.
And when they don't send you for road, send you go control. Or maybe if they don't send you for send you go lock shop before town, you're not gonna be happy. So but if they talk and say maybe guess if I tell you the thing where it pass for Bonaberi, you know if you believe. When people this gendarme and police officer they take work for evening, they just make some
just
control cash. People say you know get identity and so on, even at your door go lock them, and at the end they bring the money, and maybe in 2 hours time they do that and so on. So and yet we still sleep with one eye closed, one eye open because of insecurity. So the top say people the way they don't sign take honor say they will protect with life. May they protect with life. May they leave money. If you be my way, you don't join these forces because of money. Please, not time this way.
Thank you very much, man of God. Now this problem, you don't worry people. People they look at they give a spiritual meaning. Other one they talk about the mindset, psychology. Other one they give very scientific meaning to what we face now for Cameroon. Problem for insecurity. This case where Manjo woke up kill another person. So this one are just one of the many where I don't explain. I'm like for the woman where they just come on for bury, where they kidnap, kill and for town. Also for Douala here, you understand. We get many of these things, terrible things, things that we don't be big common. They come. Probably I say and at the same time churches they increase. That means say the churches they bring out the problem or they pray God not the year.
Yes, Armstrong. The first thing I will first of all talk on that the issue of the increase. We say church they increase every day, which is true, and very true. Say church they increase every day. Question we supposed to ask ourselves now. Say the church they increase. What the reason behind the church is the way that they increase? One, not lack of job. So many men of God that they out there where they are not called by God to serve Him, but because they not get nothing doing, they be forced to call themselves or serve God.
Okay. Okay.
You don't be called, you call yourself.
Yes. If God not call you, you call yourself because of lack of job. So, now one thing that then something they were also want for say matter our viewers they say most of what they accuse the devil for nothing. Devil not be for a place the rest or time anything where one happen will accuse devil. Human beings they be devil by themselves because one thing they will put where we get in us where if you not control it now anger, even the devil himself get anger inside it. And because of anger we people make a separate devil from God. So and human being get that anger, and that anger if you cannot control your anger it will only lead you to some kind of things like that. You know, the country don't be now in the stage where a lot of things then they happen. Why? Because the problems are inside the country, the economic problem, social problem, and so on. Lack of job, you don't over accumulate. Where it's just like how when something over accumulate inside you, when it bursts out, there's no control. So if we look the situation of the man, the papa, will kill a woman. Now the psychological problem where if you don't know how long that thing don't be inside that man, and the man be really need somebody for talk with, and there was nobody. Now why that way? If government try for say try for promote the kind of social this thing with person, if you go for counseling, you get your problem where you wrong, go for counseling, they talk for you so that if you calm down your situation. Because some of these things are anger. Person don't keep something for your heart for more than 10 years, and you just woke up the anger now woke up. You must stop blaming the devil. The devil not that anger inside you.
Anger, the man of God, but anger, not the work of the devil.
Anger, not the anger.
The work of the devil. When devil sees, say, if he use you through anger, he will use you.
And if you will not give yourself for the devil will not use you. Yeah. Human being get right for give himself for devil to use and give himself for God to use. The devil is at your right hand, God is at your left. The devil is at your left hand, God there for your right hand. Devil they call you, God they call you. When you carry on an activity, you get right for talk say, I want to serve the devil. You get right for decide today say you come on go make sin house and you will go. No, that devil they push you. You only make your decision, the devil accompany you. You get right for talk say today so I will go church and I will be a good man. I will never hurt anybody. God will accompany you. God needed human being. Human being be very powerful. Now why that way? Even without human being, God's glory not forever be manifest. God used human being for manifesting glory. It shows a human being be very powerful, and you get your right for make your decision. Or if you decide today say I want to be a good person, I will never go to nightclub, I will not drink alcohol, I will not do this. God is just there to accompany you to make it succeed, to make your plan succeed. Yes. So for Cameroon, which way they happen now the problem
with the falling moral standards and increasing religious institutions and churches.
Yes.
It be ironical.
Yeah, that not the same thing with the tribe of thousands, because even some of the men of God, the way the churches has been so plenty, as you told, they open up plenty everywhere. You go for one small quarter, you get 30 churches. They need to pass the good message. Their message now for fine way for put them for their belly. If you go for Douala today for more than 100 church, you know get up to 10 way in a real church where they preach a real gospel. So for Cameroon, we just pray, say, meet the government and meet the strike, because the insecurity too much. Just few days ago, one of my friends, he just come over a house, let me go chop for evening. One come back, they attack it, they kill it, they put knife for his stomach. He died. So the thing they don't too much, maybe the way. Cameroon now, the government make Cameroon be a chop. So when some person don't say and say no, I feel chop, the whole family they chop. He go chop and all, and the other one they cry. Now why do you see a situation where if the government don't be a government of stealing, that means we don't be inside the government of stealing for 40 years, and nothing that way will cry say no, me the kind of government, me at least they shift. They give chance for the other people, then meet the other people will start see how the test other people, then meet the country change. All will be Cameroonian and will be one Cameroon. We know the Christ in me Cameroon separate, because I know that kind of person where I go married person for far north, there I will call against him separate. There I will drive my home and me go for far north, go me for northwest. You know fine so. So Cameroon are one, and if Cameroon one be one, the decentralization way government this thing, me they put a well into practice. And me
it will solve the current social insecurity and these challenges then.
One. Which way go solve the social the insecurity for Cameroon, for Douala in particular first, not lack of job. When you see like which way my co-panelists talk, part of the other side, say begin they over smoke, they drink over na they push them. One, if person they will get a job where you woke up for morning time go in workplace, you know go for bar. If you push you say go for bar, you go say I get my office to go sit down for day, I get my job for go do. If person get a work for do, you know woke up for morning time go be now for inside some kind of criminal area for the smoke. So the only thing we will do and for stop the insecurity, now say with it, more employ the youth them. More give job to the youth. Normally also for some other countries, you will not only depend on government. Me the youth until they be creative. But before then, government our papa, government for every country na papa for all man, and when e pa be pa na pa need for take care for pikin first, make pikin grow, then tell pikin say okay, as you don grow na so you suppose do, na so you suppose do. So if government dey play their part very well, which you will want, I mean this civil society that they do, right. So they pray for government for say me dey fight for unemployment, me dey employ the youth. It go stop, in fact it go stop 90% of all the problems,
criminality and what they see. Thank you plenty, man. Go now I will talk for time for me. See the question now I want to ask, I want to turn the same question I asked man of God. Do we give the answer? I ask you the other way. I want to say we too understand say church now religious institution, and they never look at them as place the way that they give moral standards, that they build a better society morally. Now in Cameroon, we don't get churches, so they increase, and we see get social crimes, criminality, and all that, juvenile delinquency. It still be too on the rise. Now, since you don't answer for say some of the people the way they open the churches, they not be genuine, we get a problem. The problem now is that since they don't come now for kind of work money, they instead take money from the poor people the way they not even get the money for give them, they give them. So it not been a time we come and put nail on top church. Well, the church where they open now.
Yes, the problem being I say there is the problem. They want to solve the problem today where the problem maybe it be created about 20 years ago when they be now where the state they realize say they get for put moral education as part of the subject for school, because when if picking them crew now that picking them for that year 20 or 15 years ago where they not be get moral education, where would they get the effect,
they manifest
where
now.
where they get the effect today.
Okay.
So then talking about multiplicity of churches, this he don't talk say someone the dinner from morning, and for me, how you don't talk, the churches they don't do enough. Because man will create church, it can instead go the campaign now for Christians from other church for lazy. Instead for go bring the people of the world. This place is where we don't talk about where this insecurity.
It do evangelism now for another church again.
Yes, it makes sure
instead for go bring people them where now the people they get a problem.
That is it. And another thing I say, the message. The man once say when he go for church, me you tell he say he go get visa next week, go America. He go be rich. Got the credit account somewhere. May so sit here and so on. And when maybe he go, he surrender everything for that prophet, and that thing not happen. When he come out of the church, he go be more aggressive towards a church than any other person. So how a man of God don't talk. May they be careful with the messages where they teach them for Christians.
No, hear that one.
So yes, answer one thing where I would like to talk now. Say,
true talk now.
Not true talk, and at the same talk I don't talk for you. Say today if government
man never apply for visa, but you say visa because
today if government decide today if government for Cameroon decide for create more job opportunity, you say I say churches are going to reduce because so many pastors and go abandon the church for go for work because. All these things and I say wait, so much laziness. The pastor go she don't because as he no say no, I be Papa the never can give Papa this, the never can give Papa that.
A second point under the prison.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because
1 minute.
I don't talk about moral education where they don't realize now they don't right to secondary school and the right GC for religious knowledge.
They already reinstate them.
Yes.
Okay.
So. The next point now, the curriculum where we use them for schools. Our man of God don't talk. You don't talk say the youth they fit create the job by themselves. They not be get those. You can you imagine say for West Cameroon they begin at Ombe as the only technical school. We were they far in Cambe. How you go to come for Ombe? So government don't realize now. And they try for create technical school, though someone they be poorly furnished, but at least they don't realize that they try for solve the problem. Say, and the parents they understand now say technical education. If they be do that one before now, try for professionalized education before now. Many people they not for even worry say when government employ them. Man for be able for create employment for himself and all this thing we talk so. if I've been in the past, you know, be up to now. See, we don't hear say Minister of Higher Education, he don't stop doctoral, and because of this thing where we talk so, because they don't discover say that other people that they come on with that a doctorate degree, they don't get jobs, and in a problem to the state. So may they revise, may they try review the educational system of Cameroon so that it was create, that it could be self-employed, not to say everybody could look at the state for employment.
Not true. Now, good one that so that at least when they don't refund them, if you come up with that doctorate, it could be another one way you identify a problem for society for solve and better. Going to be develop another point again, just like that for me for say if they close, they provide jobs, number of churches will reduce. And so you will develop a point.
Yes, if they provide job, if the government they provide job, number of churches they go reduce. Now why do I be talk say so many men of God and today as we see them, so many churches out there now people the way they not be get job and they finally discover say God not call them and they need to call themselves. So that there will be Papa, and when Papa be Papa, you know say Christian and therefore they bring the condom, bring the maize and so on. But I want to make me all my understand the church, and as a man of God, you are a father. A man of God is supposed to give good advice. A man of God is supposed to support even the Christians financially. You're supposed to walk out there to support the Christian. Not as any Christian be now your slave. You're supposed to walk out there, support the Christian. The Christian no need to come for you. Say, man of God, pray for me. I get sick, I get malaria. Prayer no will stop that malaria. Prayer will calm down the spirit of the man. Hospital will stop the malaria. If the Christian be one can we not get 5 rounds for go hospital, you will pray for you, say go, you are healed. You will go sleep, the malaria will continue. None say na demon, or none say the man of God not pray very well. Wait till that Christian need an 10,000, 5,000 for say me go for pharmacy, buy good medicine. So if you are a papa, you know if you give 5,000 for a Christian, say well, go for pharmacy, go buy medicine after your prayer. Because your prayer will only be accomplished when you send you go buy medicine, drink. Prayer, Bible not deny hospital. Me no man of God no the talk say this that. So wait till you try for make for talk for you na say wait. Na say me man of God not start church. Me a man of God not start church because say he want to take money for the poor Christians. If God want bless you, he will bless you through their good work, through your hard work, and through your commitment with the things of the Holy Spirit.
No, man of God, the way you talk to this Christian, they define. You never give them small dough, they go for
for me, Armstrong, I know that say not a pride for me, but nothing way. Even other journalists, they don't work with me, they don't come from my church. You know, if you be from my church, you know the work. I go personally find you work, or I will give you money to start a business, no matter how little it is. That is my way. And again, I ever make my Christian enemy they know the scripture there inside Bible where Bible also with it. God will bless the works of your hand. And Apostle Paul also with it. He that does not work should not eat.
Okay, well,
yeah. So if God one can bless you, you one can nothing not the inside your hand. Better I give you 25,000. Say okay, go buy even a gari, buy granite, start sell. It's just there like from example when the holiday come out, gather my picking, I give the 10,000. Say una go start sell so that una help una pardon. Some people they come, they say oh these are quite a God. I say no, now which kind of money you come on for side.
We will come back for back to school. Just now, we will start we will see school before we finish. I'll be saying now school day for top, but it is so in the plenty school they never be ready. Maybe we take see some of the structure there. We see even government school them, then we see community school them, and even private school them. This one now state for government bilingual high school for Bafia, for central region for Cameroon country people them for Bafia, they don't understand what it is, so they go fix their own, go back to school different day, because as days they go finish, school is remaining. So when we become blow off their roof, even time with the one they close the school, it don't remain. So all through the holidays when they see classroom now grass don't they come out for day, even blackboard, all thing it don't spoil for that side. Another thing where they vex them and say with it, they get big people them for this side where where they don't pass through this government school, the main school, the people I'm saying GBHS Bafia country people are for central region. Now no man you know they be worried because they're picking them according to them, they know the school for this school. Now for me, if a school fee start for this kind of school, so you be a big man for school they picking the fee study for years, so at least the fee manage them. So
no way they cannot manage here like this. They're not fit. It just be say when they give a school in an area like this, now the authorities and the community they get for put hands together, see how well they do. Yes, it be unfortunate say the incident it happened how it talk time where they go on holidays. But I think the administration or the school authorities or the PTA they will get for see how they feel lobby, whether the elites lobby even where they go into even credit, because when school will begin they will be able for recover. So at least if they sit up to this time like this, that means I think there's a question mark for that people where they run the school.
Yes, now what would they talk since not in a private school, in a government school? This kind of situation too, it will be very complicated. Not only PTA the fee act, it taking a long procedure for segment government, it gave for acts, especially where they know say na government school and the key and the main school for that area. Now long procedure because countryman they understand say government say if it be a lack of money where they never put back role for government school for them.
My brother be talk about decentralization. Something not there for be a long process again with this new era of communication and all. But it just be say sometimes with the neglect or the people they just decide for be indifferent towards the situation. I don't think it's a problem of administrative bottlenecks because Bafia then for central province. And central province now they hold the seat of political administration for Cameroon. So minister be very close for Bafia and so on. So but I don't think it concerns the minister directly. There is a divisional delegate, regional and all that. But did they ever talk of they get when they share this budget, I think they get allowance for emergencies like this. So maybe now maybe the wrong approach the school not be. I think what they talk say it be like the administration and the PTA they not be in good agreement.
Yes, for go. Make we leave that Bafia. We'll go before I turn for man of God. We will take another school. We can take this other school. As time don't be with we take this other school now for Bonabelkri. Now for Douala for country people, as we don't work as school, as the plenty of the school them, we don't see most of them public is establishment them, their states it not look really good. Like for sure say they know how we be ready na school this this one it didn't have stuff for Mabanda for Douala 4. We work all through Douala 4. We see this one go reach to for community school them for that side. We cross over to Douala 2, pass for New Bed, and so we take Siam. So man of God, we notice say almost of the school that we don't go for inside it too dirty. We not really understand. Est-ce que this thing so na say na for last hour it don't mean something for come clean school early before time for school one can reach?
Yes, the kind of administrators they will get over Cameroon, administrators already they sleep. And again, this thing way is the Joshua now for was screen now, so the school. Now one of the reasons the way you see some beginning when school they start first week they need life will go for school. Because the principals and other schools authorities and they use them for the first week, they be not cleaners. Where normally when school starts, they're supposed to start learning. So I do believe, say, for the Ministry of Secondary, Primary Education, they get a control department, they get inspectors. And their schools, all the government schools and not private school, they also work with these councils. And with councils and during holiday, they get holiday workers them. Inside them where they work hard, they do some kind of menial jobs. Where I do believe, say, if a principal be a father, caring father, he need to work together with the councils them, so that they make sure say they keep his school clean before he begin the one come for school, so that when they come, they will start in a conducive and in a good environment. There's calm environment for a good learning. Now, when begin they come now, you see a school one start, some begin they say, no, Papa, no go school, this that. Papa go beat begin for sending for school. And begin when they come back for I see hand, they blister everywhere for your hand. It is not normal. I do believe, say, normally, even for our own days when we did go for primary school, I quite remember my own days of my primary school, or we did go school, I go to government primary school too, that's in 1990s. I go to government primary school, where we go with the more blocks, with the more the bricks for Bamenda, there with the more bricks, this, that, and so on and so forth. But I don't think say that's the best for trained picking them. Think that some kind of jobs and they for inside school where picking a need for council, they do them, like cleaning their classes, dusting their benches and so on. You know, some kind of jobs, but not the kind one way you see the place where for day, picking will wear uniform, because first day for school, when picking put the clean uniform, you go, you want see, you need one see a picking come back clean the way you put them for new uniform, we just one for you. But when you go one come back, you see only mods, you even the beach your picking say your picking don't go to play for school. But when instead go, they put in inside the kind of mot, say me work. It is not good. Yes. So we call on our school authorities, the principals, say me they try, me they not, especially government school, all these things that it affects we, some of we citizens, the Cameroonian citizens, and say, so most of these things are not government schools. And where government ministries, they get department the way they be capable for where they don't keep them in place for take care of such things, because I do believe say inspectors they support pass for all schools and before school one reopen for check whether the school be in good condition, whether the school be ready for receive picking them or it not be ready for receive picking. And now they kind this thing where they support for send for ministry say this school so and so school not be ready big period for receive picking them, because the environment not be conducive enough, the environment not be good enough for the hygienic of the picking for come for school. Picking the guy enter inside the kind of water they walk, picking they be fragile. He walk inside the kind of dirty water. Then at the end he go carry and go the tonton with you want to see first week for school, second week for school malaria and so on. So me our school administrators and me they try for do their work accordingly.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you plenty.
That school where they show them so from Abanda, na government school, and it be like na about 3 schools a day.
Yes.
But I want to make a note and not say the official resumption should never be for administrators. The head teachers they resume now for Monday the 28th. Then they say the staff they will resume for I think Thursday the 1st. So I the one I show and say by next week, by that the 4th, this place they will be clean. Maybe they're not going to be clean up to that level, but I don't think say any head teacher will come down for his school. So that school particularly it get the problems and but I think that one of hygiene. And secondly too, this issue of decentralization, it be like the council they come now gradually, you know, they don't grasp the concept. Oh, maybe I don't know, but they come gradually, and maybe they reach. Most of the schools that way you talk not only about hygienic condition. You know the insecurity way if you go to schools after school, just this one in government school in Newberry here, you know if you enter for the after school, the whole quarter don't turn up. They are playing ball here, they are smoking here. Some people are excreting behind the class. Sometimes you can't see excreta even right in your class. So if I tell you when I think where the pass through government school, we're not.
Yes, sir. When you talk, I know say already for my own descent. When I descend the spirit, I know say you be teacher already, and you try for with the talk na hygienic condition, and you don't make it clear for we say before the school one starts. It will be, which is good. Nothing that will be talk on. If you say before the school one start, it will be good. Then it be okay. Now wait till that will be you try for talk. Say no, it's supposed to be so, and because if it not be so, it not be good for the beginning for start school.
And
so you as school representative, where they for here now, where they tell we say no, this school before school one starts. it will be clean. Me, I will take it personally upon myself for this very school. Say next week, before the one start, me at the candle will come out.
You want to my journalist work, eh? You want to be a journalist. Okay, no, interesting, but now we talk. Now, the use and learn. Now, so people want to talk. But you see, this thing, as you don't explain, any man can understand, say, the procedure, there be resumption, the need for be resumption for teachers, them. As you don't explain, the challenge is the way any official, if you want to go back for school during holidays where they know say be off school, thing we face them in terms of security and other issues them. Now, SK it not be correct, may they be both the way their role as man of God be talking not only for the clean the school, whether they be resumption of staff or not, but they are responsible not only for the take care for the school, so that when man to pass, he could know say Peking will go for year, whether teacher. Then for wait, say maybe be resumption for teachers and first before this.
Yes, I don't say this decentralization where they don't have schools for councils. They come in gradually, because normally as we talk, man of God don't say it not be normal for send picking me enter the water the cleaner. Yes, so
very well.
For most of these schools they don't put a night watch for day. Where maybe if you ask me whether they pay this night watch, I'm not gonna answer. But most of the night watch, it be like that where they feel their payment, they come from, say they use the environment, they sleep for the house, they use electricity, they use water without pay, and they take care of the school.
Okay.
That one, agreement with the school authorities. Yes, and they help some of this night watch. This school from Amana, I think, you know, get a night watch. You know, get a person where they stay for the school. But if you think, I don't see Bonasama for day, Bonasama get a man where they stay for the school, where enough to be up to this extent. And other schools, and they get where they stay inside school, where they try for look or something. But how I don't know, the council, they come in gradually, and one time, you will see, say they will even put a guard, a permanent guard or a cleaner in school, because at one time we will see say this cleaning will be above the ages of this cleaning, they will be small, but they grant the concept gradually, and I hope say with time it will improve. It will be now go right for young people.
All right, thank you plenty for me for that one, and thank you plenty, man of God. Thank you for saying you don't come for some more not today. You don't be interesting for get you again after a long time. And for me, thank you plenty.
Well, pleasure being on, and we salute the viewers where they be all over, like my auntie Irene right in America where they watch me right now, and Amisha for Garutie where they I don't just leave them. So
yes. Thank you plenty.
Okay, thank Equinoxe so much for the wonderful job, and I praise him. They keep on doing the marvelous job that they are doing.